Good morning. On today's segment of the Psychology Network, we have Dr. Landry, who is here to go into the depth of conversion disorder. He will be explaining the cases that he dealt with in his career. Thank you for being here, Dr. Landry. Now, what exactly is conversion disorder?
Conversion disorder is a condition in which you show extreme psychological stress in physical ways.
That's interesting. Can you please give us some examples?
Yeah, there's this 35-year-old woman. She was divorced, and she was sent to the hospital for jerking movements in her left arm and legs. These movements were not caused by any physical reason, and she had a lot of gagging after these episodes. So she was sent to the hospital, and all her friends and coworkers were very alarmed for her.
Could anything else have causes?
Well, she had a 3-year-old daughter who died after she got sick about 5 years before this, and she's been very distraught after that. The only physical reason that this could be happening is her asthma, but asthma wouldn't cause the jerking movements.
Was she able to function on her own?
She was able to function, but not very well. She had to move in with her parents because she couldn't support herself after she had these random jerking movements. If I had to rate her on a global assessment of functioning scale, I'd give her a 50 because she had serious symptoms. She had to move in with her parents, so they were very serious, but she could still go to work and support herself.
It is categorized as a somatoform disorder with a number of 445, along with somatization disorder, hypochondriasis, body dysmorphic disorder, and pain disorder. Typically, case studies indicate that usual stress is the main reason for this disorder.
Pretty serious case. You said you had another example to share with us?
Yeah, I do. This example is actually a lot more serious. It's about a woman in her early 30s. She had seizures for up to 3 times a day for 7 months straight. She had her first seizure in her 5th month of her third pregnancy, and we knew from the beginning that this is not epilepsy, so her symptoms were not explained through physical causes.
She had this during pregnancy. Did that affect the baby negatively at all?
No, it didn't. The baby did not have any negative effect from the seizures. The baby was fine, and the mother actually started the seizures when she was pregnant and continued on with these seizures several times a day for the next 7 months until this case study was made.
Were there previous mental illnesses that could have affected this?
Yeah, there was. She had amnesia for about 13 years prior to her first seizure. She reports these amnesia problems to be very bad in the beginning, and they got better for a while, but after her first seizure, they got a lot worse. Her depression also worsened after her first seizure, and she reports depression since childhood, but it has never been as bad as when she had the seizures.
Were there any social stressors that could have impacted this?
Yeah, her husband threatened her with a knife, and so she had to leave her home with her 2-year-old son a few years ago. So after that, she fell in love with a new partner who she became pregnant with, and that partner attempted the murder of his ex-wife while she was pregnant. So this traumatized her very seriously. She began having seizures immediately after that and has not stopped since.
What? How would you rate her on the GSA scale?
On the scale, I would rate her as a 40 because she cannot function in her social environment. She can't even go to work, so she needs to be kept watch. She does not have any hallucinations or anything uh, as far as mental illness, but she cannot function in society. So she has conversion disorder and she needs to be treated before she goes back to work.
Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Landry. This has been another interesting segment on the Psychology Network. Please tune in tomorrow for another edition.